When do they stripe it?
They'll wait until there's no need because there's nothing going on. They've got all those marks staked. They will check those, remeasure all that, and then they'll just do it for the first game. Now, they did do it one time. They had a couple functions right around the draft, and they just kind of did real cursory markings to make it look like a football field because they actually had people on it for the draft. This is one of the larger press boxes in the league. It seats about 250, and that's about 5 to 6 times bigger than what the old press box in the old stadium was. There were 2 places that we kind of said, wow, when the media went through on a tour of the new stadium about 3 or 4 months before it was set to open in '99. One was here and one was down in the home locker room because it was so much bigger, better, and nicer than the old stadium. You'll see here, this is like summer vacation, and I mentioned all the work being done. This is like if you drive by your neighborhood school during the summer, and you'll see all the janitors. They got the lockers laying out in their front yard, and they're stripping floors and painting, and everything's torn up, and the doors are propped open. They do a lot of work because there's no students there. They can get it done. Well, this is kind of the summer vacation now. There's no games going on. So these guys have been working now for about a good 2 months. And they've been doing all this stuff, taking all the seats out. They've been doing concrete patchwork in here, and now they've finished up in that area, so they're putting some of the seats back. Now, with the rain and everything today, everything getting wet, they can't do a whole lot of work today with that patchwork. They'll just do other work over there, kind of reinstalling the seats. It's kind of slowed down the efforts for a day here. You'll see there those little cut-in areas, those little squares behind each end zone. Those are camera places there for TV cameras. You'll see that white thing over in the corner. Looks like something you'd unload a plane with. That is a camera stand built over a souvenir stand. There's actually one back in this corner as well. Those huts that are underneath the Cleveland Clinic scoreboard, those are for cameras as well, and it's also where the coaches' film is shot. Coaches like to see the game coming and going from the back so they can grade it out. The Browns use that one, the visitors use that one down there. These names on the facade there, those are 9. There's 7 more here, and they are the Browns' 16 Hall of Famers. Together, the thing is called the Ring of Honor, and of all the things they put into the stadium since it was opened, this is by far the most popular. It was debuted right as the 2010 opener was being held, and people loved it. They wanted it all the way back in the new stadium. When this one doesn't get built, I remember distinctly Carmen Policy, the president of the team, then getting battered with questions as they wanted this Ring of Honor, and they kept at it, and they kept the drum beat up and the pressure on as well they should. And when it was done here, it was people loved it. Very patiently done. Yeah. You think when you guys are watching games at home on TV that you're watching it in real time, and you're actually not. You're watching on about a 9-second delay, and that's the time it takes to feed down from New York to the various affiliates on the network. So we're sitting here covering a game, and we're watching the game, and we're thinking, play, did he really catch the ball? Did he, were his feet in bounds? Or it looked like his knee was down, and we'll think real quick to watch the quote-unquote live telecast of the game to kind of get a second look at it. One of the things that's changed with pro football from when it started, not all the sports really, and football has followed suit. Baseball, they've always gotten players from Latin America and now Japan. Football has kind of branched out, and not just nationwide, but in other countries.